Hello guys, thank you for watching and welcome to a new video. And in this new interesting video, we are going to do an IPv6 into an IPv4 tunneling. So what we basically are going to be doing is we are going to be sending a IPv6 inside an IPv4 address traffic. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is I'm going to have these two loopback address, one in router 2 and one in router 1. And whenever I try to ping um, this IPv6 loopback address on router 2, um, the IPv6 packet is going to be put inside this IPv4 packet, and then it's going to be sent to router 2. Then router 2 is going to do the same, and they are going to be able to communicate doing like that by putting an IPv6 inside an IPv4. Okay, and we won't be able really to actually see it until I bring up Wireshark. So Wireshark is going to be the one that's going to let us see this. And we are also going to use Protocol 41, which is the one that Protocol 41, what it does is that it lets us do this, put an IPv6 inside of an IPv4. And we're also going to use it, or we are also going to do this by configuring Protocol 47, which is GRE. All right, and we are going to use Wireshark so we can take a look at both protocols and how they work. Okay, so let's stop talking and let's get with this configuration. Um, Let me see if I could move this over here so you guys can see everything. All right, bring the console. Uh, Want to move everything so we can have both at the same time. There we go. So that's open, and this one is open over here. All right, let's go to config T, host name. I believe this is router 1. I don't want to make it that big. Okay, so host name for this one is going to be router 1. So let's do R1. The first thing that I want to do is configure that loopback address, which is this one over here. And IPv6 address for this one is um, DB8 1234 semicolon colon 1 slash 64 IPv6 enable, then IPv6 EIGRP 10. Okay, it's not. So let's do IPv6 unicast routing, IPv6 router EIGRP 10, now shut down. And remember, for this to work, we need to um, assign a router ID. So EIGRP router ID 1.1.1.1 exit. Now we can go ahead to interface loopback 0 IPv6 EIGRP 10. Now we can use that. Okay, that's great. So we have configured EIGRP for IPv6, and we assign a loopback address to use IPv6 and EIGRP for IPv6. Okay, so that's great. Now let's go ahead and configure um, the interface. So let's go to interface gigabyte 0/0 IP address 10.10.10.1 252 no shutdown. All right, there we go. That's working. Let's go exit. Now let's go ahead and configure EIGRP for IPv4. And let's do 11. No, the summary network 10.10.10.1. Great. Exit. So we have configured the loopback address with an IPv6. We added or we enabled that loopback address with EIGRP. We configure this interface. And with that, we also configure EIGRP with IPv4. So we're using EIGRP for IPv6 and also for IPv4, so we are able to communicate. All right. So now let's go ahead and configure the tunnel. Interface tunnel 0. The first thing that I want to do is IPv6 address, and let's configure that IPv6 address. DB8 1235 or 1234 ::1 /64. Let's use IPv6 enable, and then for here, what we could do is do an IPv6 EIGRP10 as well, and then after that, we gotta do tunnel mode, and the first mode that I want to do is IPv. Which one is it? Not IPsec. So it's IPv6 IP or IP. Yeah. Let me see if I remember. I think it's the protocol 41 is IPv6 IP. Okay. So there's protocol 41, which is the first one that we're going to do, and then we are going to just configure protocol 47, which is GRE. Now let's do a tunnel. Let's do first tunnel source. The source is going to be gigabit 0/0, which is this one. That's what is the source. Tunnel destination is going to be 10.10.10.2. All right, great. You can see the tunnel came up. So what we did in the tunnel was that we configure an IPv6 address. Uh, we enable IPv6. We enable EIGRP for IPv6. We configure the mode, the source, and the destination. So that seems to be good. So we can just go and WR. Now let's go ahead to router 2 and do basically the same thing we did on router 1. Interface loopback 0, IPv6, or actually unicast routing. Let's enable this first. Then let's go back to the loopback address, IPv6 address that we're going to be using for this loopback is this one. DB8 first. 1234.1.64. Did I do something wrong? I forgot. A colon. Okay. IPv6 enable. Good. Let's go to an exit. IPv6 router EIGRP10. From here, no shutdown. EIGRP router ID. Exit. Let's go to the interface loopback 0. IPv6 EIGRP10. All right. Now let's configure that interface with an IPv4 address. 2.252. Not shut down. Now we should be able to ping 10.10.10.1. So we're able to ping 10.10.10.1, which is router 1. That's great. Go ahead and exit. Do a router EIGRP 11. No other summary network 10.10.10.2. Now we should form an error relationship with router 1 using IPv4. That's great. Now, lastly, let's go ahead and configure that tunnel. IPv6 address DB8 1234.2/64 IPv6 enable IPv6 EIGRP10 Then let's do tonal mode IPv6 IP, tonal source gigabit 0.0, tonal destination 10.10.10.1. All right, so this looks good. And we have also, as you can see over here, we have formed an area relationship with the tonal 0, using this link local IP address. So it looks like we're good. So if we do NWR, then after that, let's do a show IPv6 route. So we have this one, which is a link local or the loopback address for router 1. So that's just what I wanted it to see. And if you go over here, you show IPv6 route EIGRP, and you can also see this one, which is the one for loopback address 0 on router 2. All right. So now what I want to do is ping. Before I can ping that, let's go ahead and just start a capture with Wireshark, and let's go ahead and ping. Um, let's go ahead and ping. You can see a lot of EIGRP hello messages. So let's go ahead and ping router 2 loopback address, which is this one right here. Copy, paste to. Oops, I believe it's not 2, it is 1. So let's go ahead and do that again. 1. There we go. So I'm able to ping that. Let's go ahead to Wireshark, stop that. And you can see over here the capture of that ping request over here. So now what you're going to see is that you can see the frame is 134 bytes, Ethernet 2, and then you come down here to the IPv4, and you can see actually that we are using IPv4, right? The source is 10.10.10.1 and the destination is 10.10.10.2. So we are actually using, even though I ping an IPv6 address, we are still using an IPv4 packet. You can see right here IPv4, the length is 120, identification is 97, time to live 255, and the protocol that we're using, like I said, is protocol 41. And protocol 41 is that IPv6 IP mode that I configure in that tunnel, right? You can see the source and the destination. And then you can see another packet, which is inside the IPv4. So we actually put it inside this IPv4 packet, we put this IPv6 and it's saying to go to the source, which is this one, and the destination, the source that is coming from is this one, and the destination for the IPv6 is this one. Okay, so we're using an IPv6 and an IPv4 tunnel. In other words, we are putting an IPv6 packet and sending it via IPv4 using protocol 41. Pretty cool. You can see the entire thing over here. Okay, so that's how that works. And now let's go ahead and just quit without saving. Um, Stop the capture. And now what I want to do is I want to configure using protocol 47. And in order to do that, you gotta go config T interface tonal 0. And what you need to do is do a tonal mode IPv6 IP and say no, just negate this. Let me just copy this so I can do it on the other side. Here we go. Do the same over here and config T interface tonal 0. Paste and do a tonal mode GRE Actually, if you just leave it like this, because the default behavior is to use um, GRE, which is protocol 47. Okay, so now we're going to start capture again. Okay, with Wireshark. Where is Wireshark? There we go. Here comes a shark. And let's go ahead and ping router to IPv6 loopback address. Here we go. Let's stop the capture. Make this bigger. And let's see what's going on over here. You can see over here that we are sending this frame with 138 bytes, a little bit bigger than the other one. I believe the other one was 124, and that's because I think we are putting in the GRE, as you can see over here, generic routing encapsulation. So what's happening over here? Um, Even though we are pinging from the source, from this source, which is an IPv6, and it's going to do this destination, we are still using IPv4 because what we are doing is we are putting the IPv6 address inside this IPv4 packet. You can see it right here. And the protocol that we are using now is protocol GRE, which is 47, source 10.10.10.1, and destination 10.10.10.2. Why is that? Because we are using this link, and this link has an IPv4 address. And we are just putting the IPv6 address inside this IPv4, and we are doing that by using GRE, which is generic routing encapsulation. Okay, guys, and this is it. I hope you guys enjoy my video. Um, and if you guys have any questions regarding this tutorial, just go ahead and leave me a comment in the video below, or just go ahead and follow me on Twitter at CCNA Daily Tips. If you have a Twitter account, if you don't have one, just go ahead and make one and then follow me. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.